Hello there, my name is Floor Galaxy, but you can call me Floor. As you can tell from this box, this toolkit, and this phone, today I'm going to be restoring this Motorola G5S that I got in a phone lot of 20 phones for $44. So this phone was $2.20, and the display costed $21. The phone itself, right now, at least where I live, is selling for about $70. So I would earn three times the profit. Yeah, more than three times the profit if I just restored this phone. So, yeah, let's get started. This is the display. Today we're going to be using this and this. And of course the plastic pry tool in order to repair this phone. I've already detached the screen off camera, so I'm really sorry about that, but I can't show a tutorial on how to remove a broken LCD. However, I can give you like a sort of explanation on how to do that. So you put this suction cup, it doesn't have to be this one, it can be another suction cup that you got from another toolkit. You put it on this screen, you make sure that it's really well attached. You go with the pry tool around the screen. If the screen is not broken and you're trying to replace something else, be very, very careful. This thing breaks easily. And then you just go around the entire phone until eventually you can just take off the screen like that. However, since we don't want dust getting into the phone, I am going to put it back here. And this is a box cutter, and we're going to be using it to, well, cut the seal of a box. So this display was supposedly a gold original Motorola display. However, I'm not 100% sure if that is true. Okay, we broke the seal. Okay. So now I think we can open up the box. Nope. Still have a bit more seal. We have this. Gosh golly, I do not know how to use a box cutter, and I'm even worse at using it with my left hand, so I'm going to try and use it with my right hand instead. Nope. Still suck at this. Aha. That's how you get. Okay, that's where you are supposed to cut the seal. Yep. This is a pain, by the way. Okay, finally, I think. Yep. We're gonna go around to the left and do the same thing. There we go. Alright, now let's see what's inside. Okay, so this was very well protected, so I'm at least assuming that the display is working. Okay, it's very light, but there is something in here. Okay, one layer of packaging. The second layer of packaging. Oh, there's 3 layers of packaging. Again, I completely understand. You want to keep the display non-broken, and it's especially hard when you don't have a phone to attach it to. And there we go. That's the display. The Moto branding is not on it though, so that's a little curious. But we'll see what this is about. Okay, so is this gold color accurate? For the most part, yeah, I would say it is. There is something slightly off though. I think it's a little bit more greenish than the actual gold display. It's also not as shiny. But then again, I guess we will see only after this teardown is finished. So, this is still turned on. As you can see here, the display is still broken. Alright, now we can detach that and then detach all of the screws. I'm gonna do this with my right hand. Okay, so these are not the screws that we want to take out. Okay. We want to take out this. Okay. Again, be very careful. You don't want to go too hard because otherwise your screws can rip, or alternatively, oh wait, I think this is too big. I found a smaller tip for a screwdriver. Yep, this is the correct size. So you will need a plus 1.0 size screwdriver. At least that's how we measure it where I live. I'm not sure how it's rated around the globe though. So we have this one screw taken out, and that's how you take out the other screws as well. Then you take out the entire plate. I will show you that as soon as we take out all the screws. Okay, so prying this out was another thing that I had to do separately with two hands, but essentially what you have to do is to put this metal pry tool specifically inside this part and then shake it enough so it gets off the plate like this. And then you use your plastic pry tool to disconnect the display. Wait 1 second. Yeah. Disconnect the display. It's taking me a little time, hope that's alright. Okay. The display ribbon cable can now be removed. There we go, and then also disconnect the ribbon cable for the fingerprint scanner since we will need it, as the new display does not have a fingerprint scanner included. Whew, there we go. So now we are left with this broken display, and hopefully just pushing out the fingerprint scanner from the display should be enough to get it out. And would you look at that? It was. Now we can pull out the fingerprint scanner and attach it to the new display. This old display will be disposed of, as it is completely useless. Alright, now for the new display, of course before you attach it to the phone, the most important thing that you have to consider is whether the display even works. So the way you test that is by connecting it to where you disconnected the display from before. I'll be right back. Okay, now with the display connected, let's see if it works. Uh-oh, turns out the power button has been disconnected. So let's attach that board back in, and we'll get it back out when we need to. But until then, let's see what we got. We have a fully working display. Okay, cool. So now that we know this works, we can take out the plate again, and then we'll have to attach the fingerprint scanner, which I'll do off screen, and then we'll finally be able to completely restore the phone. Hey guys, just as an update, now the Motorola G5S does work, although with a few dings on the frame. And unfortunately, this screen was not a refurb screen, it was an aftermarket. You can tell from the difference between the fingerprint scanner color and the display color. It is a bit sad, however, thankfully the phone works now. Also, just as a side note, this thing was passcode locked and I had to do an FRP bypass, so I had to hard reset it, which was already a pain to do on a Moto G5S, and then I also had to bypass the entire system. But yeah, now everything works, and despite the little glue residues that were left from attaching the fingerprint scanner to the new phone, the fingerprint scanner still does work. So I'd say that this restoration was actually pretty successful. So that's really nice, considering that this is a much newer phone, and therefore it is significantly more challenging to replace the display on such a phone. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!